and welcome to Todd Rolls Dice, where we have some Halo Flashpoint to talk about. And actually, I've been waiting for articles like this. All of a sudden, there's a lot to talk about. So we have two articles. First one we're going to go over is getting tactical.
We're going in. Get tactical, Marines!
With Wave 2. And then we're going to talk about Organised play, and then we're going to go over to the YouTube channel where there is a video of Ronnie and Andy going through all of the Wave 2 stuff, and another tease, a leak, as Ronnie says. I've already seen it because I couldn't wait. I haven't watched all of it, but I've seen the reveal. There's a reveal of the event exclusive miniatures for 2025. So we'll have a look at all of that. I'll break this stuff down in chapters if you want to skip to a certain point. First off, we're going to go with looking at Wave 2, and then we'll do the Organised play. All these articles, if you just want to read them, are in the description below as well. But how about we just go feet first into this one. So Halo Flashpoint. March has arrived. It has arrived, and I am waiting for Wave 2. But Wave 2 will be upon us in the second half of the month, shipping from the 20th of March. I hope that you've got your pre-orders in. I managed to pre-order one of the big bundles that has everything, and a few little extras as well. We're going to start reviewing them on the channel as we get new stuff, just like we did with the starter box. So this is really exciting. We're actually starting to see the expansion of Flashpoint 3-4 months in. I think it's about 5 months, isn't it? 4 months? When did it come out? End of November. So we're about 4 months in. We're already getting Wave 2. Wave 3 has been teased. We know the Banished are coming later this year. This is really exciting to see how these updates and the new expansions are going to drop and come out in the game. But before sending you off to war with the Redacted, are you teasing a firefight? Are you teasing a firefight? Flood? Are we getting Flood? Oh, I don't know. I need more information right now. Tell me everything. It's time to gear up with new loadouts and complete your advanced training in the War Games arena. So what have we got in the armory for you? All the following options are variants of the Mark 5B Mjolnir armor, which is Halo Reach, Spartan 3 Halo Reach. It's been evolved to Spartan 4 now, but think Reach. And it also brings new weapon options into the game. In this blog, we'll show you new classes that are coming, along with detailed tips from Dylan from the Rules Committee on how to get the very best use out of them on the tabletop, and how you may think about customizing them using the upcoming War Games expansion. Exciting stuff. They're so pretty. I love the sculpts, and these models are so nicely detailed. But the JFO Spartans. So JFOs, or Joint Fire Observers, are specialists that will help you control the area of operations. Tactics from the Rules Committee. JFOs are perfect for when you need heavy armor and long-range firepower. A JFO can come with either a concussion rifle or the H165 target locator. As both options come with frag, the JFO is great on objective-based missions like Oddball and Strongholds. The JFO also comes with better armor than most other Spartans, making it quite tricky to kill without power weapons. The combination of this and the Scout means that a JFO is strong early game, as it can get set up and control a large area effectively. Very nice. Customization tips. JFOs don't really need ranged upgrades, as they already come with excellent firepower. And as they have better armor, they don't really need health upgrades either. An M11 combat knife is useful to round out the JFO in ranged and melee. That way it can fight effectively in close quarters too. A really useful role for the JFO is to range ahead and secure objectives, or to disrupt and pick off weakened Spartans with either the concussion rifle or target locator. This works especially well in Strongholds and Oddball, and the JFO's durability and weapons make it easy to score or defend. I like the sound of this. I love that they're bringing in Wave 2 is all about making teams, coming up with custom fire teams and really branching out your Spartan roster. I love this. Variant 2, the HAZUP Spartans. So HAZUP, short for Hazardous Operability Spartans, are equipped to thrive and fight in arduous conditions. They are dangerous up close and make good use of their environment. Tactics from the Rules Committee. HAZUP Spartans are equipped with either an M45 shotgun or a Pegasus spike rifle. Short range but brutal weapons. The unique feature of a HAZUP is access to flight. The first unit in Flashpoint being able to glide up and down different levels with ease. Oh, they got jump packs. Flight is really useful to get the most out of these weapons, and you can easily position to get clear shots and high ground bonuses This is especially deadly with the M45, lethal 2, nice, and extra dice from those modifiers will put a dent into pretty much anything. The Spiker is great for suppression and limiting your opponent's choices when it comes to activations. You can also use it in close quarters as a finishing move, perfect to pick off a weakened model. Nice, because it has the 2 blades, obviously, it is a beast in melee, that's nice. I like the sound of this. Customization tips. Hazards are especially useful as they are the cheapest Spartans available, so that frees up more points for extra bits. It benefits from buying a thruster in particular, makes sense, as this allows it to make the most use of flight and to fly right across the map. Great for grabbing objectives or assassinating a key model. I'm gonna give it a real jetpack and it's gonna go flying everywhere. Yeah, love it. Gungnir Spartans. Gungnir is a reference to Odin's unfailingly accurate spear, and the appropriate name for these specialists in long-range combat. Tactics from the Rules Committee. Spartan Gungnirs are ranged specialists that excel at indirect attacks. Both versions come with grenade weapons. I see you, plasma launcher. Meaning they do not require line of sight to shoot them. Gungnir start equipped with either plasma launchers, long range and deadly, or the M319 grenade launchers, which can fire in 2 different ways for flexibility. EMP grenades, anyone? Gungnairs also have several new rules, stable and guarded. These both lend themselves to range fights, making the Gungnir far more durable and also better at shooting certain weapon types. Gungnairs also have Tactician, pushing their usefulness up even further. They are invulnerable in any scenario, but especially in missions such as Slayer and Strongholds, where they're both durable and can readily eliminate other enemies from range. Doesn't mention EMP grenades, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get, if it fires 2 different ways, we'll have a frag and an EMP grenade. Customization tips. Due to guarded boosting its durability already, the Gungnir doesn't really need items for its health or armor that much. An M11 combat knife is useful to give it punch in combat in case the enemy gets too close. Weapons like the shock rifle and the M6 Spartan laser work best on the Gungnir, as it plays into its role as a long range attacker and give it extra killing power. Spartan laser please, thank you very much. CQB Spartans. CQB, or Close Quarter Battle Armor, is designed for getting up close and personal with the enemy. Don't hold back. With a gravity hammer or an energy sword, I ain't holding anything back. Tactics from the Rules Committee. Spartan CQBs are your go-to for heavy duty close quarters. Coming with either an energy sword or gravity hammer, CQBs have high AP and armor, as well as extra buffs to help in close quarters. The energy sword easily slices through anything, while the gravity hammer is invaluable with knockback and lethal. Whenever possible, a CQB wants to be in combat and locking down enemy models. It has no problem surviving a counterattack with its heavy armor and AP. In Slayer and Oddball, the CQB really shines, as it can quickly earn kills and escape or obliterate the Oddball carrier. Customization tips. Buying a movement-based item is best, as it will help getting into combat sooner and more reliable, meaning more kills for you. A grapple shot, yeah baby, or health pack are both excellent choices to help the CQB stay around longer or travel around more. Alternatively, buying a cheap ranged weapon can help the CQB interact from afar as well. No, give it a shotgun and really get in their face. So next steps. Where to get the new loadouts. The most impactful release in Wave 2 is the War Games expansion, packed with not only one of each of the new types of Spartan, but all the rules, cards and equipment you'll need to start building custom fireteams in Halo Flashpoint. This gives you a host of newer options and flexibility for everything in the game so far, and we can't wait to see the combinations and synergies you devise to start tearing across the battlefield very soon. The first thing you need to know is that when we say there's a lot of content in this box, we really mean it. So you get one of each of the models that we've talked about, so concussion rifle, energy sword, plasma cannon and shotgun. You get the points book, brand new cards. Now these cards are a new layout to help you add upgrades and things. As far as I'm aware, none of the information on these cards is different from the base cards that we already have. And there's a whole host of new tokens and weapons as well. And orders, and Master Chief gets his own card as well. How much is Master Chief? He's going to be like a fire team all on his own, isn't he? Next up, you'll find the rest of the new Wave 2 loadouts in Fireteam Cerberus. armed to the teeth and ready to dish out some serious damage. So that gives you your grenade launcher, spiker, target locator, and the gravity hammer. Very nice. Finally, keep an eye on our YouTube channel this week for 2 brand new videos from Andy. Nice, I've seen one of them. I'm waiting on the second one to come out. If it isn't out at the time I'm recording this video, we'll cover it separately. So the first one that is out is covering the contents of Wave 2, and then there's one coming that's an in-depth look at the War Games expansion itself. That's probably the one I'm more excited about because that'll tell us more information. But still, this is really, really cool. Gear up and prepare to dive back into the arena. I'm really looking forward to this update because it lets you... One of the things about these kind of skirmishy games that I love is the fact that you can just build your own armies. You can build custom fire teams. Hopefully you can buy weapons and things. You just have a base Spartan, an unarmed Spartan, and then you buy weapons so you can completely customize them. Not only in list building and for building a competitive team your way and how you like to play, but also kit bashing models when I get brave enough in cutting these up and trying to make my own. That's what I'm thinking anyway. That's what I'd love. So this is all really exciting. Wave 2 is going to be huge for this game. The game's doing really well already and it's such fun to play, but this is going to be the next step up, which is massive, and I can't wait to see where the community takes this and the future waves. How about we jump over to the next article, which is looking deeper into Organised play. So introducing Organised play to Halo Flashpoint. Cleric here to dive into the world of competitive Halo. I am not a competitive player. I don't play a lot of Halo multiplayer on the video games, but I love watching it and I love playing this, so I would very happily play this competitively in tournaments and things. So now that everyone has had a chance to play Halo Flashpoint, we want to recognize this is a game that excels at competitive play. And to help, we've created a set of organised play kits to provide a useful addition to running events from in-store gatherings to tournaments. Enter the OP kits. We've broken these down into 3 categories: in-store play, events, and competitive play. For in-store play, we have developed exclusive store play packs. These packs provide new scenarios to play and special foil cards for you to use instead of the standard ones. Attending one of these events will reward you with up to 4 of these special cards, and when our app is online, an exclusive badge to unlock on your service record. Oops, more on that to come later. They're bringing an app in. Fantastic. If you have a local store, go in and ask them to contact us for their store play pack now. So there's a QR code that'll take you to the app. I can't believe they're doing an app. I mean, it makes sense, but that's really cool. Hopefully all the rules and things are in there. For events, in fact, let's just scroll down here. So this is the event pack. For events, we have a useful paint and take kit that allows people to come along, grab a mini and paint it at the many stores and shows our fans and Pathfinders attend. Now, for those who really want to dig in and get competitive, the OP kits. We've refreshed the entry point kit with the OP Kit 2, and you'll find a newer booklet including scenarios tailored to tournaments, MP loadouts that make use of the card terrain stock released so far, and the new achievements tailored to these kits. Releasing later this year for up to 32 players, we've got the GT pack, which provides prizes for the top 8 players, tokens for the top 3, and includes Team Wolf as an exclusive OP prize for events. And that is Wolf, which is the original team armor, but you've got a mix of Capture the Flag and Oddball and Stronghold being represented. They're so nice. Oh, they're just stunning, aren't they? I love these models. I love the Halo design. So Team Wolf is the second set of our master-crafted resin for Halo Flashpoint. We'll talk about the first in a minute. Highly detailed models that are the best qualities we've ever been able to produce. They're equipped with scenario objectives including flags, Ogball, and a power cell. Attend a larger event for a chance to win these incredible models. For the largest events, we now introduced a request-only kit. This kit is for up to 64 players and includes all of the above and the addition of very special 3-up trophies for winning the best painted. These are limited by region and represent the biggest events for Halo Flashpoint. Nationals, Masters, and Global Championships would fall under this category. All these OP kits link into our custom scoring system and in future our online app to provide a global rankings tale showcasing who are the very best Halo Flashpoint players in the region, And globally, we even have some very special prize for rankings too. We're also planning to recognize the stores and events you play at too. So when you play at these battlegrounds, they will also score points, which allows us to have a global ranking for the people who help make these events happen. We will have a crown for the best battleground each season. That's so cool that they're actually doing something for organisers as well. We've got a host of events popping up around the world already, like Adepticon, and some great partners like UK Games Expo and UKTC schedule events throughout the year. I look forward to meeting players at as many of these as I can attend. So the events that we have: Adepticon Halo tournaments, the LGT, which is down in London, the UK National Champion Halo Flashpoint, UKTC in Sheffield, UKTC in Bristol, the UK Games Expo Sunday and Friday. So these are linked in the article. Article is linked in the description, so check it out if you're interested in attending any of these. Adepticon is the US and coming up very soon. I think it's end of March. Everything else is UK based at this point in time, but as more dates are added and as more events are revealed, if I see them, I will more than happily cover them to keep everybody else that isn't in the UK up to date as well. I really want to see great things for this game. The more support that it has, the more people play, the more people that get into it, the more of these kind of cool models that we're going to get, these kind of packs we're going to do every season. I know Mantic is planning to really support this and expand this and do great things with it. But the more that the players and Halo lovers and hobbyists like me get into this and play with this stuff, the more we're going to see, the more likely we're going to get these incredible Mastercraft resin models and doing all this cool stuff. It'll be worth it for them to do it in a growing game. And it's a licensed game, so that's always tough. It's not their own property, but I think it's fair to say that we can all see how much I think everybody at Mantic is buying into this and is really hoping to push this forward. And honestly, I think the community, speaking from the limited interactions that I've had, but I think this community is going to be something special because it's mirroring hobbying and Halo, which should have gone together years ago in a better way. But with a company like Mantic and a rule system like their Dead Zone 2.0 system that this is based on, it just feels right. And you have people who care about this stuff, creating this stuff, the people who care about this stuff. I really hope that I'm right. I can foresee some incredible things coming down the line. And I'm so excited for more. So how about we jump over to the video, because we have talking about Wave 2, and there's a little sneak peek from Ronnie at the end as well. So let's jump over to that one now. So now we've got Ronnie and Andy to give us some of the exciting news on all of Wave 2, terrain kits and things, and a little sneak peek. So join me as we run through this. We're going to go through the whole thing. I may get a bit excited and I may pause it and we may talk about what we see, but most of this we've seen before. We've just run through an article detailing the Wargames pack and Fireteam Hydra. No, Fireteam Cerberus. Fireteam Hydra is the second team that came out in the Spartan box. You can now buy it separately if you didn't buy the Spartan box. You just bought the Recruit box and you want other weapons for those Spartans. Let's jump in. Let's see how these guys are doing. So we've got Ronnie here and Andy here. And yeah, let's have a bit of a hangout for the next 20 minutes.
Folks, we thought we would get together and give you a little bit more in-depth information about what's coming in Wave 2 for Halo Flashpoint this year.
Can't wait.
So, Ronnie,
what's Wave 3 though?
To talk us through.
Hello Spartans, welcome. Yeah, we've got a kind of thing. I mean, these you're probably just seeing in store now. These are upgraded mats.
Yeah, they look beautiful.
Why do we need it? Well, first they've got the grid on them, which makes the gameplay.
Yep.
Essentially the gameplay, which is why you can't use your average 6x4. I mean, I've seen people quite creatively do it with Sharpie pens. You can go wherever you like, but we thought that with some of the recon mats, and just for sheer convenience and toughness, these are great to just throw down.
I need to pick up some of them actually.
So
I do want one of each.
Base designs, and keep watching. We'll release some others. And the nice thing is these will work in Dead Zone. Dead Zone maps will work here.
Yes.
On the same dimensions. So if you want to go and do a slightly different looking vibe, that's all available.
Yes.
And this is your...
Yeah, so this set here, which is, it says, looking at the name, the UNSC base terrain. This is exactly the same terrain set that comes in the Recon edition. So if, for example, you want to boost your games with extra terrain, if you have Recon or you have the Spartan Edition, and you just want some more terrain to make kind of much more adventurous maps to play
Quite
on,
possible, yeah.
this is a perfect way to expand what you have.
Nice,
Or if
love
you
it.
are a tournament organizer or you're a store that wants extra sets for people to be playing on, what you can do is you can buy this terrain set, get one of these mats, and all of a sudden you have a table's worth of terrain, something to play on, so when you come to do your event, everything is ready for your players to go with.
Yep.
Not only does it have the terrain inside, but because it is the same packs that are in those Recon sets, it also has all of the tokens that are on there as well. So full set of tokens for 2 players to play on. All of the different weapons for the weapon drops and the weapon drop cards are in there as well. So
It's like organised play pack plus terrain to build out your.
yeah,
Yeah,
Great
brilliant.
stuff, great value, and
Great that they do that as well.
To the next level.
yeah.
Come late March, the War Games expansion pack is the kind of key product that sits in the centre of the Wave 2.
Yes.
And this is multifaceted, I think, as a box, and there's quite a lot of stuff in here. So I'm going to just do some unpacking. Now, the thing that because we're all loony, the thing we're all most excited about, of course, are toy soldiers. I'll let Andy take those out, pop them out, but we'll explain why they're almost the reason for this, but they're also only part of what it is. There's a War Games rulebook, and this is
It's a nice
detailing
portable size as well.
these
It's not a
fellas,
big A4 book.
because all of a sudden a Spartan with a spanker or a Spartan with any one of these weapons is not the same level as the 4 in your current fire team,
Yeah.
and therefore taking one of these out, taking one of the others out and putting one of these in means your fire team is going to be by its nature better than everyone else's. And that's where we've come along to something where we talk about, we call them points in wargaming world,
Yeah.
but essentially in here you've now got a brawler with a weapon, gives you a point score for each of them, and an energy sword. So a brawler with a bulldog or the needler, which I think is the one you get in the basic game,
Yep.
39 points.
Okay.
CQB with an energy sword or grav hammer is 51 or 50 points. So 10, 11 points, 12
Okay.
points more. So the guy with the bulldog or the needler can now add an ammo pack, or he can add something else to bring himself up to 50 points. And over time, we'll find out what the ideal points number is. And usually it seems to be hovering around the 200 mark, which gives you either 4 tough guys with no customization, or
Yeah.
4 moderate guys but spruce stuff. And then you've got additional upgrade weapons.
Nice.
You've got grenades that you can start kitting out. So
Nice.
you're suddenly starting to really
Yeah.
make your own, customize your own,
Yeah.
That's what it needs as well.
which is kind of part of the game.
Yeah.
We didn't want to put this in
100%.
early on because we thought it overwhelmed new players, it doesn't make it approachable. And even when you've done this, when people start with Recon, get 4 blue, get 4 red, start beating the living daylights out of each other because there's a lot of playability.
There is, yeah.
Else. So this is now for your more competitive gamer,
Yeah.
the more guy that wants to start finessing their own team to fight in a certain style.
Narratively building a fire team
So that's
to
the book that
represent
holds
something
them all
personal
together.
to you.
It is, yeah. So you get that book in there. You also get stat cards as well. So you get a big chunky pack of stat cards.
I think they're the same size.
Because what are in here are the stat cards for all of the Spartans and the elites that have already been released. So because they've now got points attached to them, these are all the new cards for that.
It's worth saying the points aren't on the card,
Good.
but there were certain things like you can choose to have your close combat weapon slot and then your pickup weapon slot. We realised that people like keeping the cards on here, so hit points 4, you can put your hit points on there. So here, there's a couple of brawlers.
Okay, nice.
There's a
They've
couple
just
of
redesigned them.
Svezdas,
That's cool.
There's a couple of Deadeyes. There's the new ones, JFA, CQB, Hazop, and Gungnir. There's your 4 mercenaries from the Spartan games. If you bought the
Yeah.
Spartan game, you've got these cards as well. And then again, you've got the other Mark 7,
Yeah.
the other Deadeye,
Brawlers.
the Brawlers, the original Svezda,
Chief.
the original Mark 7. So, and then a few team cards. And if you plugged up Master Chief, there's your Master Chief upgraded, because we're guessing if you're going to be playing it competitively and you're going to go from the draft system to the point system,
Yeah.
there we go. And then
One
there's
man
some
army right there.
special order cards.
Chief
So
energy
it
sword
really
battle
is a
rifle.
catch-up,
Everyone's
bring
dead.
everything in one
He's won the war.
purchase,
He's finished the
right
fight.
up to speed, right up to the latest way of playing, and without having to go to lots of different places.
Yeah. And then you also have 38 of these weapon cards as well. So along with the tokens that come there as well.
And these also, you can load those out onto your game. These are weapon tokens that don't drop on the gaming table. You put them on your
Oh,
guide.
nice. Yeah, nice. I like
I've
it.
got an extra ammo clip. I've got an extra thing. So
Yeah.
everything you need to bring the basic game up into the more competitive, more customizable points game.
I love how they do it.
If you don't want to go there, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But if you do want to start going into there, here and now then, talk about all the boring bits, all the sensible bits, but the minis, I'm sure we'll
get some nice close-ups.
Get some on the screen, get some painted jobs, but the minis are absolutely stunning. We've got yet more Spartans, game with new character, with the energy swords, and so on and so forth. So that's your anchor product. If you're going to buy anything, buy that first as your first purchase. And then you've got 2 other sets of Spartans. So you do that one.
Yeah. So yeah, we have Fireteam Cerberus, and in this box you will get 4 more Spartans. So these are completely new Spartans, haven't been in any other set before.
They look so
one of them
good.
is the Spartan Grunnier, the Spartan CQB with the gravity hammer, and then you have another one
I've
there.
got a Spartan JFO, and I think we all know what that stands for, with the target locator, the H165 target locator.
Yes.
So
I
again,
really want to
some
know what that does
quite
as well.
Different play styles,
'Cause that's,
really characterful stuff. We're now starting to explore so that how you want to play.
Like
you can start
armor
customizing your faction.
destruction.
Yes.
That's
So
calling
by
in
the
an
time
airstrike
these two
from
release, there's 4
from
new
it's
Spartans.
macro
There's 4 new Spartans.
torpedoes from the ship flying above.
16 or the 8 Spartans. Yeah, 8 plus the
Unique
8 Spartans. Unique sculpts from the first wave, plus the 4 elite. You can really start to fine-tune your fire teams now, and especially when you start to upgrade them with weapons and grenades, and really kind of like kit them out with the abilities that you want them to have.
I don't think we want to make it too complicated too soon.
Yes.
But I think what you've got now is you're familiar with the game. Weapon drops, the slightly more competitive angles of it, the 5 different ways of playing with oddball and everything else.
Yeah.
I didn't mention in War Games there is 2 new scenarios as well.
Yes, of course.
Nice.
Both new restorms, you've got attrition and total control. So just keeping it fresh, just keeping it good. It's 4 or 5 months since it's been out, and now you can start customizing your factions. Don't need to, but you can if you want, and we know people will. Great new sculpts, 2 more figures to paint. Keeps us interested in these quite lonely, long, dark nights.
Yes.
Um,
And then we've also got Fireteam Hydra. So if you bought the Recon edition of Halo Flashpoint, and you wish you got the Spartan with the Needler and the extra stuff that you got in the Spartan edition, this will bring you up to in line with the Spartans that you got
Which
in
is
the
cool.
Spartan edition.
I like that they
Or
do that.
If you're wanting to expand your fire team and have multiples of a certain type of weapon, because you're point sort of building, then you can certainly pick up Fireteam Hydra and
4
expand
Spartans with
out your
needlers?
collection that way as well.
Anyone?
so I think
Overkill?
that's the only one that's not got new minis in it.
Yeah.
These are brand new minis. This is the minis from the Spartan edition for you to add if you bought the Recon edition.
Yes.
So it brings you up to speed, and now you can get
Which is,
everything out of the
again,
Recon purchase.
nobody's left out.
Bring
If
it
you
up to
want it,
speed.
you
And I know
can
we'll
buy
get
it
asked the
separately
question
or
about the
buy the
elites
Spartan
from the
edition
Spartan
or
edition.
whatever.
They will be coming as part of a future wave.
Wave 3,
He said put it in
banished.
there, but I know that question will come because people will say, will I be able to get them one?
The answer
They
is-
will be yes, but they're
More
coming part of a
elites.
future wave.
Oh, I love it.
And then we love our car
Genuinely
boxing.
excited about the future of
and
this
it's
game.
The ability to get the game unboxed and playing in 15 minutes, I think, is revolutionary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's very
100%.
exciting. It's gone down very well and really nice. Beautifully done. You don't need to paint it. I think it does exactly what it do. We have seen our Battle Zones range.
There's some bits down there, yeah.
Okay, our Battle Zones range, which is selling rather well, and there is a Halo terrain set.
Yes.
We didn't know whether people would be up for upgrading or not. Well, I think the answer is categorically heck yes. They started with seen already.
Yep.
Gulch, I mean, just some of the tables have already.
Been some amazing stuff in the community, yeah.
The
And
community's
there's more to come. I'm
really
sure,
got the
because it's
bit
been
between his
such a
teeth
long
with
time.
this.
The one thing that I think plastic does very, very well is round edges. And so this terrain set is the UNSC. You can do the other half. There's 2 in here.
Okay, so this is the
And it
pre-prototype.
just gives you that
This
bit
isn't the
more
actual
detail, and
release.
you've got these beautiful miniatures. I think I'm going to see this on the screen. I just need a bit more scatter terrain, and I want to be able to paint it. And I think this works very well with the card terrain. You spray something, paint it, but it's something to hide behind. It goes on top of the buildings.
Love it.
On the top of the container, it's a big empty open space. You can pop one of these barrels down on top of it. Now suddenly I can hide from up here as well.
Yeah.
So really durable, unbreakable pieces of terrain. You just break up the gaming table, break it up like the side.
I picked up one of those, but I can see that being a scenery set that I pick up quite a few
so
of.
You get 2 of these barriers there as well, which are fantastic and are obviously scaled appropriately so that your Spartan can look through the little slot in them as well. And then we also have these 2 pieces as well, which are nice chunky
generators,
bits to hide
strongholds.
behind when on the battlefield as well. So yeah, we've got some beautiful pieces of plastic terrain there. They will mix fantastically well with the
was it
cardboard
search and
stuff.
destroy with the
If you
generators?
really want to pimp out your game, you get some of these nice neoprene mats. You upgrade to the battle zones terrain as well. The
Yeah,
plastic
and
stuff. You can
that's the route
really
I will be
start to
going.
build some fantastic multi-level terrain and boards. And I think what the game really does, where it really starts to shine, is that you can play the same scenarios over and over again, but the terrain that you put on your map will change the way the game plays completely.
Yep.
If you have more terrain, if you have more height, there's more to hide behind. It really does mix up the game.
And you can go terrain heavy, terrain light. You can go multi-levels. You can go 1 level with lots of scatter. So every game changes it. When you then start customize your own team, you'll find out, well, I want a bit more grenades. I want to do a bit more of this, that, and the other. And so we're just starting to add some of those elements that make it what we call sticky. You can just stick with it, and each game is the basics. We don't want you spending any time going, how does he move again? And I think you're so far past that. I know what that weapon does. You've probably learned the keywords by now. What you're doing is trying to kill those guys over there, or get that flag, or do those things. And what you're recreating is the being the captain, being the general, and your cool minis running around, having fun, killing everything. So
that's the plan.
The scenery, I think, really does keep the game fresh and keeps it changing. And we've seen people who've been playing Dead Zone for many, many years, and essentially haven't done lots of releases for it, and they still love it because every time the game changes, the fighting games, the things just flex ever so slightly.
Yeah, definitely. So as you can see, we have a full list of stuff coming out. This is all kind of Q1 releases this year. We'll have more stuff coming out in Q2, and then there'll be a time when we come and tell you more about that.
Can't wait.
But yeah, I mean, I'm personally.
I've got a surprise.
Oh, do you want to tell me about it?
I do. I can tell. So, Halo Studios.
Yes.
Let us do a show special squad.
I wasn't sure you were ready to say this, but I'm excited.
Yeah, well, I can't forget about because I have to be so careful about what we're doing. What we've done is we've taken the full basic Spartans.
Yes.
With their loadout, with their cards.
This is the Bulldog, the Zvezda, the
Brawler.
Deadeye in the Brawler. So,
Mark
7.
How we've reposed them.
Nice.
And we're putting them in special resin plastic. These are not for everybody.
Yeah.
These are for the person who either loves to paint, and wants that absolute very, very, very best.
Really high quality detail.
Yeah. They do that, and you'll see that. You will probably see these up. And then those that just want to, I painted them, I enjoyed them, and I want to do it one more time, and I don't really want to do those ones again.
Yeah. I just want to collect everything.
I painted all 8.
that's my answer.
Paint, but I still want to go back and do my actual core team again. Yeah. And this is what you're going to do. So these are super premium resin. They don't come with cards or anything like that. All the cards are already done in a and you've got these are, and they're going to be our show special in 2025. You get all 4 of them together.
Nice.
The poses look amazing. If Andy's got any, we put them up on screen now. If not, come along to our show. We're going to launch them.
Love them. Deadeye crouching.
That's certainly our aim. But
CQB
we
with the
are
knife.
Super excited. They've been very kind letting us doing it. The bases are all detailed. They're just amazing, premium,
love them.
super cool sculpts.
They're the better sculpts
They're great
than
as well if you want
the
to run
standard.
two brawlers in your team and you don't want them to both look the same.
Yeah.
There's another reason to kind of pick them up as well. So yeah,
That reality and that kind of premium swagger we're all gamers. So there's that, and that's just one of the small surprises we've got planned for this year.
yeah, I can't wait to show the other stuff as well. But
I wanna know.
everything has a time and a place.
It does.
Yes.
I wanna
And,
know
yes,
now.
that's genuinely that's a leak. I'm not supposed to speak about it, but you know what? It feels like if you watch this far.
When can we get hold of them? That's all I need to
coming
know.
out. Those are going to be there at Adepticon, and then available shortly after. We will do a splash launch out to try and make it. We know people can't get to Adepticon or Salute.
Yeah.
So we will find ways.
Oh, it's going to Sloop. I'm
Opening
going
the
to
store
Sloop.
for the weekend and letting you order it.
Yes.
And giving
I
us
like
all a
that.
trade partner some of it in Europe and around the places. So they will be
I like
there,
that
but
they're
they
not
will be,
exclusive,
when they're gone, they're
exclusive,
gone. They're
but
kind of one
they're a
product,
limited run. That's
and,
cool.
You know, after 2025, you won't get them anywhere.
So when they're available for a limited time. We'll make sure everyone knows when that is, so you don't
Good.
miss out if you really want them.
I like
but
because
they will
Games
be only
Workshop
around
do
for
limited
times.
releases for events that
Yeah.
you can't get
Great. Then
anywhere else.
Team Rocket in a few more months, we'll have to tell you about you get them.
Yeah, so we can't wait to tell you more.
Nice.
Again, if you have any questions, anything you want to know more about, please put your answers, put your questions down in the comments, and we'll get back together. And we'll tell you more about the future of Halo Flashpoint when the time comes. Thanks, folks.
I need to know now. I think this is great. I love this tease. Where are we? We weren't that far back, were we? I mean, how nice did they look? So this will be the first one. We've already talked about the second collection of Mastercraft. Was it Mastercraft resin, whatever they called them? This was the first one that I teased. So I just love them. The poses look great. They look very dynamic. There's a lot of movement going on. Obviously reloading the commando there. I am quite partial to a Deadeye. As you know, I love the Deadeye helmet. I kind of like the crouching pose, ready to go. They look... The standard models are very detailed. These look that little bit extra. The poses are that little bit extra. I like these. I want these. Yeah, this is cool. And it again, obviously they said Halo Studios have said they can make a special 2025 show special, event special fireteam. This is Fireteam Phoenix. That's teasing that we're going to get one hopefully 2026, 2027 for the life of the game, when we might be getting more of these. As long as there's the need and the support and the desire to make them. But it's this. We're very early in this game. We're 4 or 5 months in. Wave 2 is about to release at the end of this month. So in the next 4 weeks, Wave 2 should be available, let's just say. But they're already teasing. We've got Wave 3. We can't wait to talk about Wave 3. We've got show special stuff. There's a lot of stuff that they've been working on that they can't talk about just yet. But this just gets me more excited about the game. I want to shout about this game so much more. I can't wait to get battle reports on the channel. It's taking a bit of time to get stuff sorted. I apologise for that. It's purely me. My health is failing me. So that's why we're not up and running and doing stuff properly and getting battle reports done and things. But one of the core pillars of this channel, and one of the big reasons why I wanted to do this channel, is Halo Flashpoint. Not just because I love Halo, but because I love the idea of this game. I love how it plays. I think it's a really smart, intuitive game. It's so much more refreshing to play. It's quick to play, but it's so much more refreshing to play than... And I like Kill Team, but 40k Kill Team. Big 40k is... I find it very boring to play. This completely removes all of... Like, there's constantly something going on with this. Part of that is that I just love the Halo license. This is basically my dream hobby game, and it's been done so well. But this is one of the core things, and the fact that we're getting so many teasers, and Wave 2 is coming out, and then we've got Wave 3 potentially later this year. Wave 4 will start to be teased. We're going to start to get loads of cool stuff from Mantic. And it's their passion that's helping to drive this. The community is growing. The community is doing incredible things. There's other YouTube channels out there who are doing incredible things. And I just, for the little element of space that I take up on YouTube and as part of this community, and hopefully that'll grow over time. That's the plan here. But for that little element that I take up, I really want to promote the hell out of this game, and I want to see it grow and flourish and be as big as it possibly can be, and have some element of Halo return to the greatness that is worthy of the Halo franchise. Because we haven't had, as Halo fans, we haven't had a lot of good stuff. Flashpoint is the shining star in the Halo license, modern Halo license, for me at the minute. And with a new game coming soon from Halo Studios, I did a breakdown on the Voice of Todd channel. We talked about the Unreal 5 tease and that side of things. Hopefully we're going to start to get some good stuff coming from Halo Studios. Mantic are clearly doing God's work with just the insane level of passion and detail that they have for the lore of the game, and making that into a fully functioning and fun competitive game. It's also just a friendly beer and pretzels game. So much to do. I want to see the narrative stuff, so I'm not going to build an absolute try-hard, sweaty team. I'm going to build a team of models that I think are cool, with weapons that I think are cool. That's how I look at it. I want a narrative team that I can take to tournaments and things. It's a true skirmish game. It's low model count. Everything is clearly detailed. You've got cards and things. Everything slots into a place. They've redesigned the cards, which means that things fit together better. You can still use the old cards, but they're constantly iterating on the feedback that is coming back for this game. I'd never heard of Dead Zone or Mantic, to be honest, before Flashpoint was revealed. Everything I'm seeing is just making them one of my favorite companies, and it's their passion, it's their desire, it's their honesty in what they do that makes stuff like this even cooler, I think. So as a look for, it's a little teaser of the future with this team, but also what's coming for Wave 2. Organised play is getting a big spruce up. Wave 3 is going to start to be teased soon. I have heard that there may be something in Adepticon and Salute and the shows that are coming up, the big events. They may start to tease things. It's not 100%, that's just me kind of wishful thinking, but I've heard somewhere that might be a thing. But this is looking really cool, and I cannot wait to see more. I hope you guys are excited. Let me know what you think of Phoenix and what you want to see in Wave 3. We know it's banished, but what do you want to see in Wave 3? For me, I want to see Covenant, I love Covenant, but Covenant/banished models that I can start to then have loads of and do a firefight and have 4 Spartans against waves and waves and waves of everything else. That's what I want to see for Wave 3 and 4, and then expanding it onto other characters and things. I've done a video on characters that I would love to see in Flashpoint. That's a pie in the sky. It'll probably never happen. But check that video out as well. There is other Halo Flashpoint content on the channel if you're interested. But yeah, let's really start to push this game. It's still young. Really, this is going to live and die by the competitive scene and people taking on the point system and running fire teams. And that is where we're going to really start to see this grow. So this Wave 2 is going to be huge for that, I think. But I also genuinely just cannot wait to see what the future holds. But that's it for me. I'm going to go edit all this, rest my voice. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.